ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Welcome to this segment of Code Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day, where we recite an often quoted and much misunderstood passage. It is the composition of Bhagat Trilochan in the Rag Gujari. Let's first recite the passage, and then we will come back to its meaning, or at least what it suggests to us the meaning may be. Gujari ant kaal jo Lachhami Simarai, aisi chinta mehje marai, sarb jon val val avtarai. हरि भाई गोबिंद नाम मत बीसर रहाओ, अंत काल जो स्त्री सिमरै, ऐसी चिंता महजे मरै, बेसवा जोन वल वल अवतरै, अंत काल जो लड़के सिमरै, ऐसी चिंता महजे मरै, सूकर जोन वल वल अवतरै, अंत काल जो मंदर सिमरै, ऐसी चिंता में जो मरै, प्रेत जोन वल वल अवतरै, अंत काल नारायण सिमरै, ऐसी चिंता मह जे मरै, बदत त्रिलोचन ते नर मुक्ता, पीतंबर वाक्य हृदय बसै. So the refrain here is Antakal jo Antakal, Chinta meh jo mare, and then followed by various life forms, Sarpajon, Beswa, although one questions if that is a life form, Sukar Jon, Preet Jon. What Bhagat Tilochan is saying is one who spends a lifetime chasing money. Antakal Jo Lachhami Simarai. Now, popular translations have translated Antakal as the last moment of thought, and Sarp Jon Val Val Avtare to mean that you will assume these life forms, that you will reincarnate as lower life forms if you spend a lifetime chasing money, let us say, and if you die worrying about wealth. But we have to question whether Antakal needs to be taken in that sense, because the word ant also means final. Yes, but it also means that which is preponderant, that which holds you. So it is not quite as simple as saying this is your last thought before you die. And one doesn't even know exactly what one is thinking. So we would suggest that Antakal means this present life, because in some senses this present life is also a final possibility before the transition of death occurs. So Antakal jo Lachhami Simarai, aisi chinta meh jo mare. Aisi chinta means this thought process. One who has this sort of understanding or this kind of thought process to be chasing money all the time, Sarpajon Valu Vala Avtare, that person, Bani says, is living the life of a serpent. Why the life of a serpent? Because these are associative qualities. A serpent is associated with cunning, with deception, with temptation. So it implies negative traits. Valval Avtare, to incarnate again and again, is to display these negative traits over and again. because this reference, a serpent is given, we are given the definition of a serpent. Bani says a serpent is one who bin simran jaise sarp arjari, bin simran jo jivan barana, sarp jaise arjari. Two examples where it is saying that you're living the life of a serpent, not so much if you are chasing money, but as much as if you're living without mindfulness of the self. You could be doing anything, but if you're not mindful, then you're living the life of a serpent, cunning and deceit. But if you're mindful, then you're not, because you're doing things out of wisdom. And that is the rahau that is coming up. Aribai, Govind naam mat bisara. Naam, wisdom. Don't let go of wisdom, no matter what it is you're doing. So then, Istri Simre, carnal indulgence, will not make you a prostitute, but wisdom will tell you that if you live an indulgent life, sensual life, that you will lose your dignity. You become undignified because you're not in control. So you have to do everything with wisdom. If you're thinking about offspring all the time, as he in Kaal, a-sabad-a-day, Simarai, well, you become like a swine, so to speak. And so on. As he Kaal mandar Simarai, if you're thinking about possessions, you become demonic. Sukar jon wal avtare, because you're constantly possessed. Being demonic is possessiveness. So all of these symbolism that we are seeing signify certain qualities, negative qualities that you don't want to have. You want to develop virtue and wisdom in what you do. And even sensual pleasure is not something that you can get away from. But if you can measure it, if you can do it with wisdom, well, there you go. That's the difference. And then, of course, Antakal Narayana Simarai, if you think about the self, if you recollect the self, if you are inspired by the self, then you are totally free. Badat Tilochan Tenar Mukta, because such a person has invited the self to come reside in the heart. Patambar Vake Hriday Basai. So, without wisdom, the likelihood of us developing negative traits is almost a given, which means that we are always going to be led astray by the material world and the sensual world. The way to live is to live with wisdom. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.